updated guide for next. This is a guide for people using the deflector method, which is full void with a deflector and a range top. Arma or Pernix usually. People won't usually accept Carols, so what you will usually bring is claws with your regular void, with your void top and your melee helm, but I'm actually going to be soul tanking, so I don't have that stuff. And you also got to bring spec restores and diamond bolts, but I don't have that either because I'm going to be tanking the last phase here. This is a 10-man team, so I brought 3 overloads. I got prayer potions because I forgot to make super prayers, and I got 8 restores in my yak, and then 4 prayers and 4 restores in my inventory. You get your super anti-poison, or your anti-poison plus plus, because you can get poison. Unicorn with some healing aura scrolls, and the rest is brews. So what we're going to do here is everyone else is going to be using their claw specs right away. So if you're not overloaded, you're going to want to overload right at the spawn so you don't waste your overload. That's the way I time kills usually. I'll just use my overload right before so you're going to see. And then I know if I did it in 5 minutes or not. Turn this down a bit. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to overload now. Turn on my prayers, which is pray mage at this stage here. This attack here will make the virus go to one player, whichever's targeted. It lowers your prayer another 18, so to get rid of that, just stand by yourself for about 5 to 10 seconds. When next says Fumus don't fail me, run up to Fumus here in the northwestern corner. That attack you just saw, next will say there is, and then end up at the end of one of these strips here, and just fly down it. If you get caught in it, it can do up to like 700 damage. There's really no way to stop it. It's kind of random. You can't really get away from it, which is stupid, but after Fumus is dead, make sure you shoot next once to tag next, so it moves on to the next phase. And then you're in the shadow phase now, so turn off your protect from mage, and you'll see these little shadows appearing underneath you. All you need to do is just step one space away. If they hit you, they can do up to like 600, maybe a little more damage. So keep yourself over 600 LP for sure. They're not that hard to dodge. So like that, you just step away from it like that. The closer you are to next in this stage, the more damage she will do. Her range attack doesn't really do much damage if you're far away, but if you're up close, it can do up to 350 LP. So stay far, like I am here. If you stay close to next, your screen will go dark, and then you'll start getting damage inflicted upon you. At that point, you're going to want to get away from next as fast as you can. When you're doing the Umbra Mage here, you notice that next is close to us, and it's doing a bunch of damage to all of us. So what you do is, if you're being targeted at this point, you want to lure next away. See this guy? He's bringing next away from Umbra there, so we don't suffer damage. And then I just type tag there so he knows to hit next to move on to the blood phase. But he didn't do that. There it is. So this is the blood phase. This is the first attack you're going to see here is a Siphon will solve this, which next is doing right now. If you hit next during this, whatever you hit next for, she will be healed. So do not hit next. 95% of the time she will use it right away in the blood phase. The second attack that next is using here, the blood sacrifice, it reduces your prayer by half. So it says run in your chat if you're targeted, but nobody ever really runs. So it looks like we're going to have to get off. So when someone says off, you stop attacking next, because the Siphon is coming. See, the Siphon is there. Everyone got off. And then you can start attacking next again when she stops kneeling down like that. Watch your prayer in this stage, because the blood attacks do lower your prayer. And I run out of prayer all the time. It's not that dangerous, but it will do more damage if you run out. Another thing to keep in mind is always be overloaded, and always use your rigor prey if you have it. Alright, if you don't have that, use Eagle Eye with Steel Skin. If you have low defense, the next will tank you, and that's never fun. So that attack just used here, this monkey kid got in a prison of ice, and all you have to do is click one of the icicles around him and break it. Sometimes it takes a few clicks, so keep trying until you free him, and then he runs out and doesn't have any damage. Contain this. It's an attack which will just have icicles pop up around next, so just run away from next when she says that, and you'll be able to dodge that. So we're on Glacies now. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take off my armor because I'm going to be a divine tank, which is good because no one else has to take damage, and they end up just sharing their brews with me. So I turn off my prayers, and this is the last phase here, the Zaros phase. See, I'm tanking now. Let's use my special, and just like maximum like 100 LP. So it's pretty useful to have one of these in your team. No one else takes damage, so they just keep attacking. So if you're not a divine tank, then you'll just sit here and you'll keep attacking with your range. If you next is still the best money in the game, in my opinion. Well, if you're not a mercher or a staker, then it's the best monster money, like boss money you can get. So if you put in some 3 hours a day, then it'll definitely be worth it. If you do LS, then you might want to play a little more because LSP depreciates as time goes on. But I just do coin share since most of the items prices are matched with their GE now. I think Pernix Body is almost its GE. It's like 150 mil off or something like that. So. And the drop is... oh, I don't want to die. I got some torsos. Sweet! I hope you enjoyed my guide, and good luck!